Yes.
Really?
When it comes to
I
relationships,
just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. So that's why
I left on good terms. Like it was like, oh, okay, well, we
So
just
if your man was still friends
here we
with,
go. She's gonna flip the switch,
if your
y'all.
man
I mean,
was
she
still
want to make it make
friends,
sense now.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Next Shift Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Maiwa.
And I'm Christian.
I'm Courtney.
And today we are going to be talking about dating.
Ooh,
My favorite topic.
interesting topic.
Dating and everything that goes with it.
Let's get
Modern
into
dating, dating apps, social media,
Okay.
whatever it is.
Okay.
We're going to have at it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's
Right.
do this. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm excited.
Oh, we know.
This
I'm
is Maiwa's
excited.
topic,
I
y'all.
am excited. I have a lot to say.
Are y'all?
Are we in relationships right now? No, I'm not.
I'm single, currently single.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you're single or you're in a relationship.
let's.
I think this question caught her off
Yeah.
guard.
Yes, I plead the fifth. I'm in a relationship. Yes.
Aw.
She is. She is in a relationship.
He's the one that's taken.
Yes. I am
Damn,
single.
I done messed up, man.
But in this current state of affairs that we're in,
Mm-hmm.
what does modern dating look like to y'all?
It's a lot of like online dating.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it. But you know what though? I have heard many success stories. One of my friends, she recently got engaged. And I believe they met online. But no, it's a lot of online dating. I'm not against online dating. I'm like, look, you met your one, good. But for me, I can't do online dating.
I think I don't know. Modern dating now to me is just like, I just feel like people have overcomplicated relationships more than they need to be. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the other day when I sent y'all that DM
Oh, about that
about
guy.
all these terms that I'm.
Oh yeah, that's
the polyamory and the
Yeah, that's-
non-ethically.
Yeah, I'm like, who
monogamous or
Yeah,
whatever.
made up
non-ethically
these terms? The real
monogamous.
question.
Modern dating to me is just a mess right now. Like, I feel since the introduction of social media, it's just
Yeah.
Social media took over the dating.
took over, and it's just it's wild.
I dated a guy, and nowhere did they disclose that they had like a baby mama, like a baby mom, and a child, and I'm like, oh, like it's like
It's
you
just-
should want to disclose that information.
People have so
Upfront,
many
ASAP.
options
Yeah,
now. I
definitely
think.
upfront.
People have a lot of options now
Mm-hmm.
with the dating apps, with social media, because it's like, okay, I go out on a date with you, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I didn't really feel the spark, chemistry, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And okay, I can just go back to the dating app and I can meet someone else,
Exactly.
or I can DM her and move on. No
Is
one
that a
has
bad thing,
patience.
though?
I think you should give things a chance. You should
Mhm.
stick it out
Okay.
a little bit longer than one date, maybe.
So before the date, what
Uh-huh.
happens before the date? How long is too long to talk
To
to someone
communicate?
before the date? Yeah.
So am I meeting this person
Are you-
organically or is it online?
Either or.
Either or.
Both.
I mean, I think like a week. Up to a
Okay.
week of
Okay.
communicating, because it's like I don't want to talk too much, and then whenever we meet,
You
we
have
don't
nothing
have
to talk
anything to
about,
talk
yeah.
about. So I think a good week of on the phone, not
Mhm.
texting, because texting is not real communication.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Right.
What about long distance relationships?
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I've done a long distance relationship before. It's hard, but I mean, if you
I
make
can
it
do
work,
long distance.
Yeah.
I can do long
Yeah.
distance.
I've done it.
yeah,
But
It's worked.
yeah. It's a lot of hard work in
Yeah.
a long
it
distance
is hard work,
relationship.
but I think I could do it. But it's just I don't know. It's just the option. It's just crazy to me. Like 1 minute you can be talking to one person and then it's like, okay, toss you, move on to the next one. But it's like everyone has a short attention span, I feel like, with the
Mm.
introduction of social media and dating apps. And it's like you don't even give people, I think, a real chance before you just decide we're not compatible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you don't know that. You actually could have missed out on a really nice
Yeah.
young lady or young man,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
because you have so many options, you think the grass is greener on the other side.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that because I know guys have a bad habit of, can I get your social media?
Who does that?
What What are you about to
Who,
see
no,
on
who
my
does
social
that?
media?
Adults do that?
Adult men, yeah.
I think the other day
Childish.
someone said Kick. Add me on Kick.
Kick.
K-I-K.
What?
I've never heard of that.
Some
I've never
app.
heard of that.
I don't know, but people ask for
Step away.
Snapchat.
Step away from
Yes,
that.
they ask for
'cause
socials. Yeah, I've
Follow
been
me on
asked that.
Instagram.
I'm sorry, but
What's your
social
Instagram?
media does not really tell who you
Anything
The
about a
full
are.
story.
person.
No.
Like
Yeah.
you don't. Anyone who follows me on social media, first of all, I'm
First of
super
all, she has one picture
exactly. I really do.
of a
Facts.
plane.
Exactly. And I'm also very, very private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you will never know me through social media.
Right.
Never. You will
Mhm.
never
I
know
don't
me
think
unless
they realize it's a turnoff too. Like,
exactly. And it's
can I have your social?
No, if
huge-
someone
it's
asked
a
me for my
huge
social, I think I would have to make up a social media or
yes.
something.
It's a
That's
huge
so
turn
odd.
I don't
off.
even respond.
When someone asks for your number though,
Yeah.
it's like, ooh, he's a grown man.
I like the old fashioned way.
Yeah.
Let me take you on a date. Okay, he's a grown man.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. They don't make them like that anymore.
yeah.
They're out there.
They're out yeah,
They're out there.
They're out there.
Way out there. They're somewhere. They're somewhere out there.
I mean, I think dating apps aren't bad.
No,
They're not bad at
I
all.
can do dating apps.
Okay.
The
I've
reason-
done
I
them.
thought you were saying
Well, the
no.
reason why
No,
I
no.
couldn't do dating apps, like I feel like it's great for people, but for me, there's just something about like I may meet you through text messaging through a friend and like really like you.
Mhm.
But then when I meet you in person, I'm like, oh heck no. Like I
Yeah.
cannot do this. And so I realized with myself, I can't do online dating because of that, because I will completely walk away.
But online dating could also be you meeting someone through Instagram. Like
Yeah.
Right.
he sent you a direct message.
Yeah.
Usually
It could be like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
You're
the
right.
only I have tried dating apps and I've gone on a few dates.
Mhm.
I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I joined this group on Facebook. I'm no longer part of the group.
Okay.
Okay. I
But
think I
it
know
was
what group you're
called
talking about.
Don't Date Him Houston.
What? That's a
Oh,
thing?
And
you know, I
people
have heard about
will
that. They will drop the man's
Picture
picture
and
Oh.
tell
and tell
you
you why not to date
why not
him.
to date.
I've
First of
heard
all,
about
I've
that.
seen so on online dating apps sometimes you see the same profiles like, dang,
Uh-huh.
I was on here 2 years ago. You're still on here?
Mhm.
I've seen someone I used to work with on there, a girl
Mhm.
accusing him of all types of craziness. And so it was giving me so much anxiety because I'm like,
Who
who
am I
can you
gonna find?
trust
Yeah.
if all these people are psychos, you know?
Mhm.
So I had to delete it. It was a toxic relationship that I had with that group because
Yeah.
I would exit and I would join again.
Mhm.
You know
'Cause
what's
I'm
so
like, I
funny
need to
about
make
that?
sure.
So a few months ago, a couple of people were like, talking to me about, well, you should just try online dating. So they made me like a profile.
Mhm.
I think it was on Hinge. They made me a profile or whatever. And, I started matching with people. And I remember I went out to brunch with a couple of my friends. And I was like telling them the story, like, yeah, a couple of people like made me,
Mhm.
this profile on Hinge. And this is who I match with. And so my friend started scrolling through the people I matched with. She was like, girl, he tried to talk to me and he tried to talk to my
No. See, that scares me.
It was hilarious. That's why I'm like, I
That
don't really
it's-
take online dating seriously to that
Yeah.
extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's really swipe, click, swipe. Oh, let me talk to this person.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
See
don't
who
know.
bite back.
But
Yeah.
then I entertained it because
Mhm.
I am such a homebody, and it's either if I'm not at work, I'm at home,
Mhm.
or if I'm with my friends, we go out to eat, or we're hanging out at someone's house.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, I guess just put myself out there.
Yeah.
But there's just
I
no
guess-
offense. I go through some of my stuff, and the people that like you, and it's like, okay, really?
You know what? It's so
But
funny
then-
because I'm like expecting some guy to just knock on my door and be like,
Yeah, that
here
it
I
doesn't
am.
work like that. I wish it did.
I wish it did.
I wish it did. And my mom has become so desperate now. She's like, you know what I realized? You guys don't go out. You don't go to the bar. I'm like, Mommy, you don't even go to the bar. What do you know about going out and going? I don't want to meet a guy at the bar anyway. So
Yeah. Where would you expect to meet your future?
all the
husband?
guys that I've talked to or dated
Mhm.
casually, I've met them in like just organically. whether
Hmm.
it's through
Mhm.
mutual friends, at a friend's
Okay.
house, um, at a restaurant.
Okay.
It's just happened that way for me.
Wow.
So it can happen anywhere,
Yeah,
literally.
that's
Yeah.
good. I always say maybe first class on a flight. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm
Uh,
just kidding.
no, I do have a friend who she met her boyfriend. They were sitting
Oh,
together on a flight.
Oh, that's
really?
so
Yeah,
cute.
See,
they were
that's
That
the
is
best.
really
talking,
cute.
exchange numbers,
Yeah,
and
because you
That's really
already have
cute.
like a common nature. Hopefully, you guys both love to travel. Hopefully,
they do. Yeah,
they're
Mhm.
traveling.
Oh, that's
So
sweet.
yeah,
yeah, it could work
that's
out like that.
different.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I the old DM got
Mhm.
me, so it works.
Yep.
Yeah. So, why do y'all think that there's so much focus nowadays on a woman submitting to a man that she just met?
Hmm.
Why do you think that's like trending right now
Because I
or
feel like
has
men
been?
want that. To be honest, like men want that. Not really women. Like for me, I'm not going to submit or bow down to someone who hasn't even promised me marriage,
Right.
and like I'm not doing that. But nowadays, it's so like, oh, I'm wifey. No, girl, you're a girlfriend still. Like, check yourself. You know?
Yeah. I think people have the wrong interpretation or understanding of what submission means
Submission
in the first
is,
place.
Yes.
yeah.
And that's why I think it's society has made it one-sided to where it falls on
Mm-hmm.
the woman.
Mm-hmm.
But the biblical definition of
Yes.
submission is you just honoring and respecting your
Your
husband.
husband,
Because
And
first
yeah.
of all, you
husband.
shouldn't be submitting to
So
anybody who's not your husband.
the key, exactly. That's the key point. You got to submit to
Your husband.
your
And
husband.
it's vice versa. And it says, husbands, love
Exactly.
your wives as
Exactly.
unto the
Mhm.
church.
Like I'm not
So
submitting.
it's a two-way street.
Yeah, I'm not submitting to a boyfriend. I'm sorry,
Right.
but I'm not.
Submission doesn't mean you being a pushover or
Yes.
him abusing you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
a man mistreating you. That's not what submission is. And I think people think that that's what it is. Like, oh,
Mhm.
I'm not going to let him tell me what to do.
Yeah.
It's not telling you what to do, but I think
Mhm.
people just have the wrong interpretation of submission.
Right.
Yes. Yep.
So they
Yeah.
just automatically think it's just whatever he says goes, he controls you, and that's not what it is.
Mm-hmm. But who starts the submission? Like, do y'all think it's more women or more men?
Well,
I mean, I think naturally we will
yeah,
submit
naturally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
before. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but it's through a action. It's through actions of the
Exactly.
man, though. Like he has to
Mhm.
make you comfortable enough to want to submit. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
He has to
t-
love you.
right
He
through
does.
through
Yes.
the actions that you deem is, like, okay, he's shown me these are the
Mhm.
things that I want in this person, and he's shown me that. So it's easy. You don't even, and when you receive that, you honestly don't even see it as submission. You see it as
This is what I'm
reciprocation. Like, yeah,
supposed to do. Yeah,
exactly.
Yes.
Like I'm showing
Yeah.
you, hey, I see what you're doing for me. Let me do something for you. And it
Mhm.
should be no problem. I think modern
Mhm.
day submission is the man should be in control
Yeah.
Mhm.
of every aspect, and it should not be so hard for him to simply say what's your social, and you give it to him, and y'all go out and he can do what he want to do, and you just still waiting and believing that, oh, he's just going through, or he said he loved me, he's my person.
No.
But you
Well,
know
no, it's
what though? I'm
actions,
not
I
even
think.
gonna lie to you. I've been in that position before.
What position
Like
is that?
the position of not really respecting myself when it comes to like
Yeah, I think
men.
we
I think
all
we all
have
have.
Like
though.
Yeah.
I've been in that position where I'm like, oh, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
No,
just
it's not
tolerate,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
Or he told you he's gonna be somewhere, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like,
And those little things matter.
yeah,
It
and they do
does.
You say you're
matter.
gonna call me
And you
at
Call
don't.
me.
9 and you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you give them a chance after another chance after another chance.
Mhm.
Now I'm not like that. Like now I
Oh,
put
yeah,
my
for
foot
sure.
down,
Oh yeah.
and that respect, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
forming that respect, like I'll still be like, hey, in the passing, but never will you have me on that level
Again, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm still gonna be cool because
Yeah.
that's who I
Yeah.
am. I'm very cool,
Level-headed.
yeah, level headed. Like I don't like having beef with any exes. I don't have any beef with any exes. So yeah.
What do y'all think about being or entering into a relationship with someone who doesn't fully know who they are, or you not really knowing who you are? Do you think that, how would you navigate it if you chose to do so? And do you think that it's wise to enter into a
I
partnership with
think
someone?
you need to know who you are.
Yeah.
I know you're not going to know yourself fully, but I was just talking about this to someone, one of my coworkers, but I was telling, her, I feel like I've changed like drastically from 3 years ago to who I am now. I have definitely changed. And because of that, I realized because I've changed, I realized that the men that I like have also changed.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to know, you need to have some type of understanding of who you are and what you want. So, because when you start raising those values, right? Like, for instance, those standards. Yeah, those standards. So when you start raising those standards, like how I told you guys in the past, I used to let guys be like, promise me and then not show up and then let it slide. Now I'm like, no, scoot over, right? So when you start raising those standards, you start looking at it from a different lens and you're like, that's not okay,
Right.
And so, and you need to know. And I think I just discussed this with y'all, but I was saying how you need to make sure that whoever you're in a relationship with needs to be firm in their decision. They need to know that they want you and they want to pursue you. Yeah, they need to be intentional. I don't really care for too many men who are not intentional anymore. Like, if you're like, oh, I like you, then the next minute you don't, and then the next minute you're talking to this one,
or I don't
and
hear from you.
Yeah, if I
2-3
don't
days.
hear if I don't hear from you in 3-4 days, or 1 minute you're like really all over me, the next minute you're like whatever.
Hot and cold.
Yeah, it's like, please, like, leave that. Like, you keep it, right? But when you have someone that walks into your life and knows exactly what they want, it's scary. I'm not gonna lie, because it has happened to me where they knew exactly what they wanted, and I'm like, wait,
Like,
this is too fast.
This is too
like,
much.
this is like not normal for me. But I've realized that's who you should be around. You should be around men that know exactly what they want. They have no second thought about it. Do you guys have like a type, or does it not matter? Like, is there a particular type?
Every guy I've dated looks different.
Mm-hmm.
They all look the same physically. Like, tall and skinny is my type. I don't know why. I'm just attracted to tall and skinny. But they all look different, like different shades, races.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't say I have a hard type.
All mine were athletic.
Okay.
I date a lot of like athletes.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really have a type. I could date any race, anybody, short, tall, skinny, big, like any,
Okay.
anything. I don't
That's
really.
Good.
Yeah, like I'm very open because I fall in love with just who that person
their
is.
personality, and how they treat me.
And how they treat me. Like that's what I fall in love with.
I mean, but and also to my defense, I am 6 feet tall. There are not going to be very many men that feel very confident coming up to a 6 feet tall woman.
Right.
So,
so you were stuck with the athlete. So what you're trying to say?
I mean I wasn't stuck with them.
Oh, okay.
But I think I think that's who would approach me the most.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I dated a shorter guy, somebody that was shorter than me.
Okay.
Didn't work out. Here we are.
Okay. Good.
So what do you think about interracial dating?
I love it. I love seeing it. But I believe too to respect each other's culture, because I feel like a lot of times with interracial dating, it can be very one-sided. Not in all interracial relationships, but some interracial relationships, especially when it comes to someone being with a Black person, it comes to the point where it's like either they respect your culture or they don't.
Yeah.
But I believe, no, if we're going to be in an interracial relationship, then we have to respect each other's culture. Like, I'm not going to sit here and make fun of your culture. I don't believe in that.
Definitely have to be with someone, whether he is Black American or whatever, who is cultured, period. Because me being Nigerian, I come with a whole culture behind me too. So you have to at least take effort into learning about like our customs and our culture. I remember one time this girl that I was friends with in college, I was telling her how, like, because I'm Yoruba, and in our culture we're really big on respect. Okay. And so I was telling her, like, when you meet an older person, there's a certain way that women greet them.
Because you kneel
Yes.
right?
And she was like, I'm not doing that.
Oh,
You know, so I was like, so if you date a Yoruba guy, that's something that you would have to do, or else the
yes, part of
mother
your
will
culture.
think like
It's
she wouldn't
Like,
think
you're rude,
highly of
right?
you, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
So she was like, no, I'm not doing that, you know. And so I
Wow.
definitely, whoever I'm with, would have to be cultured, or at
Yeah.
least be interested in getting to know more about me as a black woman, or
Mm-hmm.
me being Nigerian.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but I'm open. I could date outside of my race,
Okay.
Yeah. Same.
definitely. I think I could. Could you,
I can't
Courtney?
answer that question.
No, but could you
Oh.
date outside of your race?
If you were single,
Could you?
let's respect her boyfriend. If you were single,
Yeah,
Uh,
if you were single.
could I? I don't
Be
know, man.
honest.
I don't know.
Okay. You'd
I
have to
like
think about
a
it.
chocolate brother. I
Obviously,
like
black
a
men are my top choice, but I'm open.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had a desire like to
Mhm.
even want to explore that.
Okay.
So yeah, I've
I have
always
come across.
seen a chocolate. Nah, something just
Yeah.
yep, something they do it.
But you know what though? I've come across another race where I'm like, dang, he is fine. You know, like I don't
Now I
know.
do. I will.
Yeah.
Now they're fine. I'm gonna acknowledge it. You
Right.
know, Travis Kelsey. I think.
Oh
I
my
don't think he's
gosh.
handsome.
It is
I'm not
something about.
attracted
It's
to
the
him.
way he
It's something
carry
about him.
himself.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's the
Himself.
way he carries himself.
Yeah.
I love him.
I don't think so.
I'm a
Oh,
huge
I even
fan.
think Justin Timberlake.
Of course. I
It's
mean,
so cute.
yeah, he
You
is.
know.
He's all right.
He
But
is.
could I see him and be like, I'm single and
Mhm.
wanna? I would just think he cute.
Okay. You
Yeah.
couldn't
Okay.
go there,
I
cross
don't.
that line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he approached me, I don't think I could take him serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it would be like a little, I don't know. It's like a little game. Are you trying to? Is this a bucket list or do you really like me?
Right. Is this just like a fetish?
Yeah,
A scratch
yeah.
you're trying to
Hey,
itch?
it may be for some. For some,
Yeah.
it's a fetish.
Could you live with a boyfriend?
Before I got married.
Yeah, your boyfriend before you.
So yeah, they.
Yes.
Yeah, your boyfriend.
Yes, and also no. It would depend because is this a boyfriend that I've been knowing for years? Then yes, I would want to live with them before I got married. But if it's a boyfriend that's like 1 year in, definitely not. Like, give me some time.
So sorry, would you live together with a man before marriage?
So yes, I would. The reason why, I don't know. I feel like the way someone lives can really turn me off.
But
Yeah.
why
I'm not
does
gonna
it-
lie.
But when you sign up to marry someone, it's for better or for worse.
Okay, but
That's true, but you
here's-
saving yourself.
yeah,
to
but
me.
no, but if it's like he leaves
Like,
he leaves his shoes in the hallway, he's untidy or what, like that
You
would
can't- that's-
change. That
I
would
mean,
No,
change
you can't
the way
change
you love
that.
him.
Yes, it would change the way I. Yes.
Why?
Okay, there's like.
No, because there's things about us that we do that I'm
I
sure
mean,
will get on
okay,
his
I
nerves.
know, yeah.
Let me make this clear. I am so like clean.
Uh-huh.
Like my house is clean.
So what if your husband isn't?
Oh, that's the problem.
So could you marry him?
No, we're gonna have to work on that before marriage. If I'm really,
And so
What
that's
if
why
he
she's
tried his
saying
best?
that's why she's saying she have to live with them.
I would
then.
have to
So
live
what
and
if he
see that.
tried his best, but it still wasn't up to your standards of
Sure.
cleanliness?
Cause they're never gonna be as clean as,
They're
as
not, yeah.
us.
I was gonna say something inappropriate, but I'm
Never.
gonna keep it to myself.
Courtney,
No.
could you?
Yes, I could. Yeah, I could. I mean, because I just the longer to this is just me.
Mhm.
The longer I stay living by myself,
Mm-hmm.
the more stuck in my ways I will become. So
Mm.
I'm gonna always find a problem. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and if we've been together for this long, like, let's
gotta
just see.
test
And
the
we have
waters.
with the
But why do we
goal
have
of
to
marriage,
test the
though. With the
waters?
goal of marriage, I'm not just living with them, not to live.
Exactly.
But the
Right.
goal is to be
Exactly.
married.
Mhm.
So let's
That's
let's
what-
see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a
know?
boyfriend that has been with me for years. Like
Right.
I'm talking about, 4
We're not
or
gonna
5
be doing
years.
this for 5. We're not gonna be living together for 5 years.
Yeah.
And
But what
then,
if that's how long it takes?
but it's
him?
not though, because that's a
We
conversation
would
that you're having prior to living together.
But what if he
Mhm.
feels like, I mean, we're living
But
together.
he ain't
like,
we ain't living together yet. Oh, you're talking about after he
Yeah,
then
like
the
while y'all are
mindset
living, he's
changes.
like, I mean, we're together. Why change anything? Like we're basically married.
You
I
know,
mean, that's when you make that decision on how important that is, and you leave. If you, I mean, that'll be a happy breakup we never experienced. That she talked about it. Breakups don't have to be bad. You just
I
yeah.
can't live
you
with a
go
man
your
before
way.
marriage.
Okay,
I
can
don't
you
think I
can
can
you
do it.
express why? And I understand what your perspective on that, because it is hard to live with someone before, especially if you're a Christian. Then that's what it says in the Bible to do. Let's clarify that. Like it talks
Mhm.
about that. But why for you?
For me, I just feel like obviously he would have probably lived on his own too. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure he's stuck in
Mhm.
his ways. He has things that, make him tick or what have
Mm-hmm.
you. But I just feel like when I say I'm going to marry someone and spend the rest of my life with them, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I need to live with you before marriage to test anything, because I just feel like as we're dating
Mm-hmm.
anyway, there are some things that
You
you
would.
can still observe a person. You could
Mm-hmm.
be with someone for 3, 4 years, you still don't know them. So you living with them
Yeah.
doesn't guarantee that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like
But
why do we have
sometimes
to
it
do that?
also does. You know what I mean? You could be dating
So
somebody,
then
not
you
living
leave
with
them?
them for 3 or 4 years, and then you
I
live with
wouldn't
them.
say you said
No,
leave.
because some people will say, like
Mm-hmm.
one girl had told me before, she found out her husband snored, she cannot be with him.
I mean,
Like
but
these
that's
are
her.
vain reasons though to
But
me.
that's her reason.
That
And
yeah,
if
that's
But
and
that's
if
insane.
that will save her money,
Money,
time,
snoring.
I mean, that's her reason.
so
Yeah.
here's how I feel
So
about.
why not?
Yeah, because the way I look at it is it's not bad or like it's to me it can be either or. But for me to make a firm decision, I'm already indecisive. But what if they do something like this may sound silly, but
Hmm.
what if they have some type of habit that just like really ticks you off?
Hmm.
Like I know some people who have habits that like really tick me off.
But I mean, some people who've been married for 30, 40 years is like since the day one, he still does this annoying thing, and you just
True.
learn to
That is
just
That
true.
is true.
That
that's
is
just
true.
part of them, and
But
that's who they
not
are.
even only like habits, but even with let's say finances.
Okay.
Okay? Like I don't know,
But
you
y'all would have
start
talked about that before.
but there's a difference. Some people talk
Like,
about it and they lie about it. And then
Hmm.
some people they will really show you your true colors. Their
Hmm.
true colors by actions.
Hmm.
Like there's a lot of people who can talk it up and you be like, "Dang, this is a good person."
and
But
then you
then when
see
you
them on a daily
finally see
basis.
them like normal on a day-to-day basis like you
Yeah.
just said, it's like, "Wait, hold on. You went here and then
So
you
what if
went
he faked it while y'all were dating, and then y'all get married, and you see how he really is with finances?
oh, that
Like
then
faking it if they live together.
Yeah. Like what if he just
That's
faked it?
hard to miss though.
No, but
it
some people miss it. And then when y'all get married, you really see you're awful with money. And
hmm,
I wouldn't trust you with $1. Would it change?
I,
Well,
it probably would. But let me ask you a question. Being Have you guys ever heard someone say to you, because this is what someone said to me. They
Hmm.
said, if you really want to see if you're compatible, go on like a week trip with this person and
Right.
see if y'all get along. Like,
Hmm.
have you guys ever
Like
heard?
with
yeah,
friends,
I've
yeah.
heard that.
Yeah. So, and I think that is so true because a vacation can really change people. Like,
Show their true
it could
colors.
show their true
Mm-hmm.
colors. You'll be like, ooh, like you were nice here, and then when you get stressed out because you missed a flight, now you're over here throwing a whole tantrum.
Hmm.
Like, you're like, yeah,
And
I'm
that's your
glad.
chance to really see it, and then
Is
y'all can talk about it and it proves if it don't.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
Exactly.
you
I'm
do what
not
you have to
saying
do.
But I feel
But
like it's a
marriage
journey.
paperwork.
marriage is
But it's
paperwork.
more
That's
than
that's a commitment.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But it's
Yeah.
And
I don't
commitment
think I can
plus the
do it.
paperwork.
and the thing is about, living and not living with your, soon to be husband is really the ground to it all is just to be honest and truthful nowadays. However, it's hard to
Hmm.
be truthful and to, just take people by their word
Hmm.
nowadays. I feel like nowadays you have to look at their actions more than their words because like I said before, their actions are going to they're going to, bring you to conclusion on how and who they truly are.
Hmm.
So looking hindsight, I mean, I've picked up on some personal habits. Like personally, like we were laughing about the girl who said snoring, but snoring is a big
So if your husband snored, that's
But
a
it wouldn't
no
be
for
like
you.
it wouldn't be like a completely no. It would just
Okay.
be like,
It
hey,
would be
like,
like, I'm going to schedule you a sleep study.
Yeah.
or let me fall asleep before you fall asleep.
No, but
Right.
she said she would break up with him. Like it's not.
No,
She
it's not
cannot
like
move
that
But
forward.
for
deep.
some
Yeah.
people, that's their hard nose.
Yeah,
and
that is
that's just,
their
it is what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, like a
But-
hard no for me would be clean. Like, are they clean?
Mhm.
Like that's a hard no for me. Like,
And
if
clean to your standards or just clean?
just clean.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because when I say clean, I'm like picking up after yourself,
Mhm.
you know, washing your clothes, taking the initiative as well to, you know, fix the house up all nice and neat. But people who just like throw stuff everywhere, I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I'm very. I can accommodate.
I
yeah.
understand.
I understand, and nothing's wrong.
understand.
Hard nose. What are y'all's hard nose? Mine is disrespect and cheating. Period.
Yeah.
Facts.
Cheating,
In
lying.
a dating relationship,
Mm-hmm.
disrespect and cheating. Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
For me, it would be lying and cheating. I feel like those go hand in hand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like, no, those are hard no's for me.
Yeah, it's a no.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Agreed.
And disrespect, I mean like raising your voice at me,
Mhm.
yelling at, cursing at me. You may not be calling me the curse word, but
I'm trying to think if I've ever been
cursing at me.
disrespected by a man. Like,
I don't think
I don't think
have.
I've either.
I don't think.
I don't think I've never had a
Mm-mm.
man like call me out
Yeah.
my
No,
name,
no.
which is good
Yeah, no. I've never had
because
that happen to me.
that would have
No.
not ended well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever experienced that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. It's
Would
just,
you
would you relocate for a
would you
significant
relocate
other?
for a significant other? What would y'all do? And significant other, you're not married.
Okay.
I would say yes if
Mhm.
we have plans to be. Like if I know this is my person and we're working towards marriage, then yeah, I would. Yep.
Okay.
Because I also don't have a set place that I would call home.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
So
And
if it's like we're in a long distance relationship,
right.
and I can, let's say we're nurses, we're trying
Mhm.
to, we can work anywhere.
Yeah. We
If
can.
I can see myself living in that city anyway, so if something was to happen and we broke up and I could still live in Atlanta,
right.
then I would move there. We're not living together, but I
Yeah.
could move
Mhm.
there. I could move
I was
Yeah.
gonna say the same thing too. Like if I met a man in DC, New York,
because we have to close the gap.
yeah,
at some
those
point.
are
Right,
exactly. We have
yeah.
to close the gap. So DC and New York are like my top 2 favorite cities. So if I met a man there, yeah, I would move.
Mhm.
But like you just said, like
It has to benefit us both, though.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I feel
To a
like
certain degree, it has to.
yes.
But the key thing for me is if we don't work out, I would still have
You
to
still
see
have something
myself.
of your own.
So I don't want
Yeah.
it to be like, oh, we broke up and then I go back home
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like I
Like-
just moved here for you.
like you just
Right.
moved to
Yeah.
Alaska. Like
Mhm.
what are you gonna do in Alaska?
I'm not moving to Alaska.
exactly.
Yeah.
What are
For
you gonna do in
sure.
Alaska,
No.
Maya?
Fish.
Yeah, I think it would have to depend on where we're moving to.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah. It has to be.
But it would take time though. It
Balanced.
wouldn't be after 6 months or
Yes.
anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be some time. Do y'all believe in having a plan B or backup plan set in place in case things didn't work out with the person that you were dating?
Definitely.
Mhm. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna have the plan ready in motion.
Right.
But yeah.
But
I mean, I think that's our human nature, though. Like,
But
Yeah,
I
of course.
also really truly believe, and I know some people will be like, well, Christian, but this is what I believe. I believe never put yourself in a position where if this guy disrespects you and
You're
he
stuck.
wants to leave you, you're
Mhm.
stuck. Never put yourself in that position.
No.
Always have your own, stand on your own. And I know some women disagree with me because they're like, yeah, but you shouldn't be
Thinking like
super
that.
independent and you shouldn't. But I'm like, no.
But what is super independent? Like, I
I
hate
had
when
someone
they
tell
You
put
know,
me that
people who
before.
say they
things
don't
on
need a
it.
man.
We
They
never
can do
said that we
everything for
did.
themselves.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're not saying you don't need a man, but you're saying I came into this world alone.
Mhm.
Like,
Exactly.
like,
And it's like
it's a
at the end of the
possibility
day-
I'm gonna I may leave here alone, whether I left
Yes.
widowed or
Oh, we're leaving alone.
Exactly.
That's guaranteed.
I'm
and
leaving alone.
And I feel like at some point women need to understand that, like, yeah, it's okay to be like, hey, I want a man to take care of me. That's fine.
That's
Just make
fine.
sure and never put yourself in a position to where you're completely depending
Relying-
on
yeah,
him
yeah.
and you're
Mhm.
completely
I agree with that.
relying on him because
Yeah.
you don't want to get played in your face, like
No.
at all, you know?
Yeah.
And so I believe, every woman should have something of their own.
I
Yeah, you
agree.
should.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, have
I think
something
it's
of
just
their
being
own.
smart.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just being
It's a
smart
smart
about
thing
it.
to do.
Yeah.
I
So,
do.
hmm
Well, y'all, I think we need to make it into a part 2 because we have a
yeah,
lot to talk
Oh,
about. I
it is
know.
so good.
I
we
know.
did.
We hope y'all enjoyed this
Yes.
Yes.
episode. We hope to see you on the next one. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share with your friends. Make sure y'all come check us out on our next shift.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye.